to say he went to gym in the first half, couldn't get it to go, and Bartholomew gets it to go from down for Colorado. Got hit in the head inadvertently. Parquet! Alley-oop! Nice finish.
Hey, Buff Nation, welcome to the Buffalo Stampede. Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson here. There you see some highlights from the last time the Buffaloes were on the court playing an actual game, 17 days ago, as of the taping here of the Stampede. We come to you from the Buffs film room here at the CU Event Center. Head Coach Tad Boyle joining us for a couple of minutes as we get to jump in and chat a little basketball with him. Well, they haven't played, so we can't talk about games. But, in fact, on Monday night, of course, they had a contest in Oregon, which was postponed for the second time. This is a long break for you guys.
Yeah, somebody doesn't want us to play the Ducks. I don't know who it is, but we're not supposed to play, at least not the first part of January. But we're anxious to get on the floor. I can tell you that. Our guys have been working hard, and they put so much time and effort into preparing for these games, and then when they kind of get pulled away from them, first time because of our COVID issues.
That was a Kansas game.
The Kansas game, and then the Oregon State game as a result of it. And now we go back to Oregon, don't play because of their COVID issues. It's just hopefully we can get beyond this quickly.
What transpired in Eugene on Monday was kind of interesting. We flew out with the team on Sunday, got there overnight at the Graduate Hotel. You're walking into the Matthew Knight Arena for shoot-around early in the day when you kind of found out things weren't going to happen.
Yeah, when you get a call these days from the opposing coach on game day, it's not good news. And Coach Altman called me, and I saw his name pop up, and I said, okay, this is probably not good. But it wasn't 100% that we were going to play the game, but he just was alerting me. And so we had our shoot around not knowing if we were going to play. And towards the end of it, they had some more positive tests, and we told our guys, hey, we're not playing, but let's get a practice in. So we practiced on Oregon's home floor, which never happens, but got some cardio in, went, had our pregame meal, hopped on the plane, came home.
Buffaloes, by the way, this is not the longest in the last 20 years where they haven't a break, by the way, and I've been here long enough to know. Back in 06-07, they actually had a 24-day break between games. We're trying not to break that record, by the way, this year. But take us kind of through what you guys have been doing. I mean, this is such an unusual circumstance. What have you been doing?
It is. I mean, Mark, this time of year, you always have Christmas break, and you have 3 or 4 days there. So you're going to have some rust and some cardio work to do when the kids come back in a normal year. But now, when you have that and you have the COVID situation on the front end and the back end of that, a lot of work to be done. So getting cardio shape, getting some reps. We've had some full team practices, but not many of them. Very unusual times.
Yeah, it's good cardio work, but it's not game.
It's not game
intensity kind of stuff. We'll talk more about that in a moment. I don't know if you saw this piece here a while back, but if you want to see the soft side of Tad Boyle, we're going to show you right now as we introduce you to his dog, Betty.
We made a decision to get a dog. Picked her up, I should say, December 27th. I was on the road. I was on a road trip, and Betty Hoover, just passed away that year. So I knew if we got a girl dog, I wanted to name her Betty, so we did. Peggy and Betty are two of the most special people I've ever met in my life, and we would get cards unsolicited from them on Easter, and they're praying for me and praying for our family and praying for the team. They're just a shining light for our community, for the university, obviously, but I thought it was a great way to honor Betty Hoover, and she's a great dog, and Betty Hoover was a great woman.
It's the softer side of Tad Boyle. That's Betty, named after Betty Hoover, as you heard during the piece right there. And by the way, she always does a great job when I do pregame with Tad on game nights. She sits and oversees the entire interview in his office. You had an office mate. When did that happen?
I know. Well, I started bringing her in, and our old dog wasn't quite adept to being around people, and it wasn't very social. But Betty's very, very social, and so the more we can bring her in, and sees the guys and everybody up in the office. She's a comfort dog, I guess, if you will.
You better be careful. Chip and Ralphie are going to get jealous.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
We got a third mascot here around the basketball program. Hey, I mentioned this room off the top here. This is a spot that people don't get to see very often. Tell us about this room.
Yeah, this room, boy, we needed this when we first got here. It is a place where we get a lot of work done. We meet in here before the game. We meet in here at halftime, and obviously practice times, do our scouting reports. Great film screen. We've got a whiteboard. These chairs are nice and comfortable. We have a rule: if somebody falls asleep, they got to stand up for the rest of the report. So we've got guys scouting for guys dozing off. But no, it's we've had a lot of NBA scouts come through here, Mark, and say this is as nice as any NBA film room there is. I mean, we've put a lot of resources and money into this, and we get a lot of use out of it.
Good stuff for the Colorado Buffaloes to get ready for a ball game. Speaking of getting ready for a ball game, the Washington schools coming into town this weekend, as it stands right now, Thursday and Sunday. This will air before that ball game on Thursday night against Wazoo. Give us a quick scouting report on the Cougars.
Well, we're excited. You know, they've had some COVID issues. We've had, so hopefully they're behind both of us and this game can be played, and we're fully expecting that to happen. But Washington State's a good team. You know, they're a very talented group. They're a lot like us, and they got a lot of young players, a couple of veterans that have been around a while, but a lot of young players, really talented inside, some guard play. They've got Michael Flowers, who they got out of a grad transfer out of the portal. That is a terrific player. So they can shoot the ball, they can drive the ball, they can score the ball, and they're really good defensively. So great challenge for us.
Looking forward to that one on Thursday night. It's Wazoo and then the Huskies of UW on Sunday. That's a doubleheader with the women, by the way, on Sunday. Women play at 11, the men at 3 o'clock. Coming up next here in the Stampede, we're going to talk to everybody's favorite. No, it's not Betty again. We're going to talk with Evan Batty coming up next.